Gemini, it's time to launch a life transformation. So much like Taurus, I just spoke to, Geminis are going to change a lot of things. You have been reluctant to change. I know a lot of Geminis. Every time I say, why don't you do this? You give me 5 reasons why you can't. Okay. Or you won't, or you're not ready, or blah, 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 blah. That's over now. If you're not willing to change and get a little wet and get in the pool and get uncomfortable and mix up your comfort zones, you're going to be left behind, frankly. You're going to be left behind and you're not going to be a part of the new era. I got to tell you like it is. That's why you watch me, Gemini. I'm going to be very honest. This isn't cruel. This is the way the world works. You must now change. You're out of time. All right. And when I say change, I mean by January 20th. And the thing is you've built up so much resistance to not changing that it's going to happen real quick. Like just think of it pulling off a Band-Aid, make it quick. All right. But it's time to change. Now that means changing what you tolerate, changing your timing of things, changing what you'll open up to, what you won't open up to, change what you'll invest in versus what you won't invest in. These are major changes. These are lifelong changes. These are changes in how you live, how you breathe, how you do everything. And specifically changes in personal intimacy. That's a big part of it as well. Now, these changes tie into karma, spirituality, and faith. If you're not ending karmic cycles, you're making the wrong change. So if you have a karmic cycle of always being left behind because you gave your love to someone who doesn't deserve it, you have to change to reflect that wisdom. You have to reflect the wisdom of your understanding of what you've learned spiritually in those changes. If you don't reflect your spiritual wisdom, what you've learned since 2018, when Uranus went into Taurus, then these changes are going to not serve you in the way they possibly could. So, bring God in on this, bring your intuition in on this. Geminis are logical, but the other brain is intuitive. You're both. So listen to that intuitive voice. Make sure your intuitive voice is as equally represented in your boundary changes as your logical mind. It cannot just be your logic. It has to be logic and intuition, both. Now, Mercury in Sagittarius does say that it's time to move forward with your plans for partnership changes. That could be a business partnership, starting a band with your buddies or your girlfriends, like, starting a dance troupe, whatever. You are partnering now. It's time to partner. Partnership. You're a Gemini. Okay. Gemini is all about the twins. Geminis don't do many things alone. They always have someone with them, someone right on the hip. They always have a partner. That's the whole point of being a Gemini, is that you get to actually hang out with someone the whole lifetime. It's not a lifetime of being alone. And even when you're alone, you got two spheres in your brain that are always talking back and forth as well. So it is about partnership, your new story. It is about some sort of alliance. But with that square to Neptune, the partnership has to be supportive of your career. If your partnership is keeping you from working, if your partnerships are keeping you from your destiny, keeping you from making your mark on the world, it's the wrong partnership, or it has to be renegotiated. You will find that if you don't, you must move forward in your social ambitions for career and legacy. Saturn's going to bite you in the butt in about 2 years if you don't. This is the time right now to get partnerships in alignment with long-term career goals. All right.
It's serious joy, joy, joy.